Let me get Jacob to weigh in, because while you were talking, I saw him sort of laughing a little bit about what you were saying. Do you disagree? Do you think that the Iraqi forces, what Rose mentions is sort of the logistical issues, but as you know, there are political issues that involve the Iraqi forces, and of course, many cases, they just ran off the job. Do you think it's going to be possible to really change what they do in Iraq?
Yeah, I just think that the thing with the Iraqi forces, when you're talking about the ING, the Iraqi National Guard, and the IP, the Iraqi police, it's all about which ones of them can you trust and which ones of them can't you trust. And as far as their training goes, we have a language barrier over there because, as you know, the American troops are trying to train them. It's not working. I mean, that's blatantly obvious if you've been watching over the past month in Baghdad. And we've turned the streets loose to Iraqi soldiers and Iraqi National Guard. It's not working. Their tactics are obviously not up to par, and their training is definitely not up to par.
Christian, we heard the president say in his speech, and Rose, we'll get back to you in 1 second. We heard the president say in his speech, even if this new strategy works exactly as planned, so best case scenario, he says the deadly acts of violence will continue. We must expect more Iraqi and American casualties. As someone who gave both his legs in this conflict, I'm wondering how you feel about your sacrifice, and if you think the president fully understands the consequences of what he's asked for now.
Sure, I think he does. And that's hard to stomach for me and every other American, every other family for wounded and dead soldiers. That's hard, but this is a part of it. All we can do is give the Iraqis the tools they need to secure a working democratic government. And if they don't stand up and embrace it and take charge, it's not going to work. But we've tried. We're continuing to try. That's all we can do. And we can just hope for the best. But it's up to them now.
We didn't hear, Rose, a lot from the president, the what if it fails. He gave a lot of it has to work, but what if it fails? What are the options if, in fact, U.S. troops end up pulling out and they have not yet secured the region, do you think?
Well, if I could go back for a minute, the language barriers that we have working with the Iraqi security forces is certainly there, but that language barrier is something that the Iraqi security forces don't have with the Iraqis. Whether they're Sunni or Shiites in whatever sort of neighborhood, they're still much more able to talk to the people, gather intelligence, encourage people to do certain things because they can communicate with the populace, which is something that we can't do. But
there's got to be fears, Rose. I'm going to give you the last word. There's got to be fears about dropping more troops into the middle of something that looks, at least from where I'm sitting, to be shaping up into, and other people have said the same thing, into a civil war, dropping more American troops, even if they speak the same language. There are very deep sectarian divisions.
Mm-hmm. I've always felt that the solution in Iraq is a political solution and not just a military solution.
That's going to be our final word this morning, though we could talk for hours about this. Rose Forrest and Christian Baggy and Jacob Schick, 3 Iraq War veterans. Thanks for talking with us this morning. Really appreciate your time.